hours of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And able to get this out to the 25. Already here, they'll audible to something else. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 and second down. You look at this defense. They're slightly better than average against the run, number 14 in the NFL.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator, because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the #1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Here we go. Ready?
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
Ready? Go!
They go play action here on first down. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey!
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Packers are on the board first here this afternoon. The touchdown giving him the first quarter lead. Remember, they lost a rough game 2 weeks ago. Then they had to sit through the open week, but a good start here.
And just think about everyone around them, everyone around the organization. When you lose headed into that open week, everyone's cringing because you don't have a chance to get on the horse and ride it again for at least 2 weeks. Well, they were able to take that time, use it constructively, and now they're back in form.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And not much doing on the return. Good coverage there. Going to stop him in his tracks at the 15-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Cardinals.
COVID-19! Check it out, 18, right here. Dragon 60. 79 Broncos. Cup 19. Cup 19. Panther 11. Pass. Check out.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Pass complete there to Harrison. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
60 Bison, 60 Bison, Warriors 17.
Now back to throw. That ball caught by Harrison. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense, and now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
And goal at the 4-yard line.
Now they'll audible to something else. In motion right, that's Harrison. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. Down at the 2. Broke through the 1st contact, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Touchdown! A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Cardinals are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game. So that flag will set him back 5 yards. Now the try here for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. He finds his man complete. That's Schwartz. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Well, this defense for the Cards, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Back.
Back to throw. McNeil. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. The Packers at 5-7 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Come on, come on.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. You look at this Arizona defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
So prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
2nd down and 6 now.
70 range. Cowboy 80.
They'll run. Here's the rookie from Michigan. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and
1. On the ready.
These two teams all tied after 1. Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Mustang 19. 70 Timberwolf.
From the gun on 3rd down. McNeil. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
60 by ready.
They'll try and run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Man open left side. It's his running back with it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. They'll look to throw here on first down. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great play there. His 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Come on, set! Cougar 19, Dragon 60, ready.
Looking to throw. McNeil. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he'll be taken down, although there is a flag down. Will this stand? In motion goes the tight end.
19, track 18, run, Mustang 19.
Back to throw now on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Cardinals. From 3 yards out. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. To try here for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Cardinals 21, Packers 7.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
the set.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Panther Street, Cowboy.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Here's 3rd and 9.
Here we go. 19 Tiger. 7 Pirates. 60 Bobcats.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
60 Bison. 7 Pirates. 18 Rattlers.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Buffalo Warriors 70.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cardinals take a 3-touchdown lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Packers 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage here by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Let's go now.
They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 28-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 2nd and 10.
Bronco 80.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Go.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. Down the left sideline. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there with a 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers get a bit closer.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but takes it all the way into the end zone.
14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made, is the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Come on, set. 70 Timberwolves. Cougar 19.
On 1st down, Beltran. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now a handoff as they run left side. Now he's loose again. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great effort there. 35 yards. And the Cardinals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Here we go, here we go. Liking it.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
18 rally, 70. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Off play action, McNeil. And that will be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Bronco 80. Cup 19, Cup 19.
They're going to try and throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Second and 4. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Packers 21.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here we go. Ready,
Back to throw. McNeil. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now second down. So nothing doing there, and that'll make it second down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Viking 18. Panther 60. Panther 60.
On second down, and now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
They're going to look to throw. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's second down.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Throw inside complete. That's Harrison. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Marvin Harrison Jr., his 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Packers 21.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
It's
a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Looking to throw. McNeil. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Brings up third down and 8.
7 Pirates. 18 Pioneers.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
Come on, set. Cowboy 80, Cougar 19. Watch twist. Let go.
Back to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. Third quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Boy, 192 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Ready.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 26.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 4.
Ready.
Hands it off out of the gun. Oh, great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 13 yards, first down, Packers. He's done his part sailing past the century mark on the ground with rushing yardage, but his team, a different story.
Yeah, they're down big in this ball game, so sometimes you wonder to yourself how much of that is him with a great performance and how much of that is the defense just loosening up because they have a big lead.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Now a play fake here on first down. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Set. Let go.
Off the bootleg. McNeil. Under pressure now, he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. It's a loss of 5 there on the sack to bring up 2nd and goal.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, first down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on 2nd down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Brings up
79
3rd and goal.
Trap 60. Trap 60. 19 Lions. Ready, ready.
Back to throw. McNeil. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Matthew Golden, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Packers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
The kick is good.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
28.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Marvin Harrison Jr. with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready, ready.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On the set.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hawk 7. Ready.
it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Looking to throw. McNeil. Now they go screen. It's complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. You know, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to take over here up near the 40.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
Mustang 19. Hey, smash. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Double up. Ready.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Dragon 60. 18 Pioneer. Ready.
He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Arizona.
Ready. Hawk 7. Cup 19. Cup 19 Lion. Trap 60. Trap 60.
He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
Carter, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
In motion right, that's Harrison. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And he will be brought down, but a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable
And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready, set.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Ready, let go.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. Here's 3rd and 6.
Here we go, here we go.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage. Only needed a few inches to pick it up and get behind your center and burrow forward like he did.
And remember what the GMs have told us? We build an offensive line starting with our center. The guy who can make all the line calls and also move those big defensive tackles in order to pick up first downs.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
Okay, ready? Get it? Ready?
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32.
On the set.
3rd and 12.
3rd and 12.
Ready?
Back to throw. McNeil. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
19 Lions. Dragon 60. Let's go.
They go play action here on first down. That's caught inside the 20. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 46 yards. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for Arizona, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh